Decode your soul's messages with Carrie Schmidt and put the soul in solutions. Are you tired of surface level answers? Are you ready to dive deep into the wisdom of your soul? Join Carrie Schmidt to find clarity in life's chaos, embrace innovative solutions, and discover your power, passion, and purpose. Refrain from settling for ordinary solutions. Embrace the extraordinary wisdom of your soul and unlock transformative power within. Welcome to the Wellness Driven Life Show, where you're about to go on a wellness driven ride. Welcome back to the Wellness Driven Life Show, and I'm so excited to share a little bit about the incredible guests that we have here today for the second time. Miss Carrie Schmidt is a thought leader and motivational speaker who helps individuals transform their lives. She went from being a single mom on welfare to a general manager of a $100 million facility. She is certified in life mastery and studies psychology, neuroscience, and quantum physics. She offers coaching and consulting and authored Behind the Screen with her 7-step life timeline system. Her mission is to transform over 1 million lives globally by raising human consciousness and mental health awareness. I am so pleased to help welcome to our stage today for the second time, Miss Carrie Schmidt. Welcome.
Woo woo! Hey April, how are you doing?
I'm doing fabulous. It's such a joy to me to have you again here on the show. So welcome back.
Thank you so much. And hey everyone in the fam, I look forward to being here with you today.
So I'm excited again because we're going to dive a little bit deeper into the spiritual aspect of self-improvement. And so when we consider all of the buckets of overall wellness, well-being, that spiritual piece is really key. And so you have a lot to do with that, with how you address your clients and address success and all of the things. But let's get started to share a little bit more about yourself with the audience.
So, hi, my name is Carrie Schmidt. I'm a life and business success coach. I help people create and live more fulfilling lives. And I do that through my 12-week coaching programs. One is called Dream Builder, where we really go deep into what would you love your life to look like? You see, most people spend more time planning a week-long vacation than they actually do planning out their life. And if you know anything about manifestation, it's not woo-woo. I like to say I like to teach the science behind the spirituality because it's all real. And if you create a crystal clear vision of what you would love your life to look like, I help you crystallize that vision into form, make a decision for yourself, for your future self, and start taking action so that you can bring that dream to fruition. And it's amazing. The results that my clients get in just 12 weeks. In fact, after 4 weeks, they usually see major results or their lives are making a shift. So I really believe that spiritually and mentally, we have the power to create and live the life that we would love. It's just understanding how to do that.
Well, that's the key, right? Understanding how to do it, because we do hear a lot about manifestation or think yourself into results, right? And so it's easier said than done. And you're correct, Carrie. We need some guidance in that. We need practice in that. And most importantly, once we receive a proper lot of guidance, it's the consistency that's key. It's doing the work, because we can't get results unless we do the work. And so, Carrie, you have so many great ideas of what you share with your audience. And like you said, within 4 weeks, they're seeing some results. So let's take us back a little bit and talk about what was your own personal experience to even get you to be passionate about sharing this with others.
Yeah, so it was in 2019, I kind of hit a roadblock with my corporate career. Like you said, I was managing a $100 million manufacturing facility up in the Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania area. And honestly, I just got tired of fighting corporate politics. I felt like, you know, people didn't care. And I'm the type of person that I care. I care about the employees, I care about everyone, and I really want to see the best results. And I wasn't happy at that point in my life. It was like, I went from being a single mother on welfare to making six-figure salary and being able to support myself and my son. But I say I went through a spiritual journey and I was really looking for more out of life. Like I wanted to have a greater impact. I wanted to have more reach because I am not one to go with the crowd if it doesn't make any sense. I will, not follow the leader and lead my own path. And so I felt like I wanted to lead this revolution. And it's so funny that this happened in 2019. I'm like, if there's a revolution to lead, I'm ready to lead it. And so interesting enough, I went to Los Angeles and I actually studied under Mary Morrissey in the Brave Thinking Institute because I had started listening to podcasts and reading books like Tony Robbins. Dr. Wayne Dyer was a huge mentor of mine. And so I decided to invest in myself and I went through the Dream Builder program. And it's a 12-week program. And this program like literally changed my life. So that's when I went out to Los Angeles. I studied with Mary Morrissey and I got certified in life mastery consulting through the Brave Thinking Institute. But the main thing was understanding the power of our mind and our energy, vibration, frequency, and our brain is a supercomputer. So if you can understand how this stuff works, and I'm the type of person, I'd go way down into the rabbit hole, like take me further. I started learning about quantum physics and I'm like, wow, this makes so much sense if you like get into the science of it. So that literally changed my life and propelled me to start my own business, leave corporate America, start my own coaching and consulting business, which I did in 2020. And then guess what happened in March? The world shut down.
Yeah. Good timing.
Right. And so no matter what in life, there's always the chaos. And it's learning how to work through the hills and the valleys, even through COVID when it first started. And here we are 4 years later, and I'm living my dream life. I am literally living every dream that I had. I've manifested into reality. And so now it's like my passion and purpose to help others realize their dreams as well.
Well, I think it becomes fun then. And that's the place that we want to be, where it's exciting to create your reality.
Mhm.
It's the excitement of what possibilities there may be, of to expect the unexpected and be curious about it instead of upset or what have you based on whatever circumstances come about.
Mhm.
And it's a tricky place to be able to train our minds to do that. Like you mentioned about our minds and robots, the body is a robot controlled by the mind, right? And
Yep.
so being able to train ourselves is key. And you talked about the science behind things and how you went down that rabbit hole. Carrie, that's what gets me most excited is the science, because it is when things are backed by science, it really gives it that solidity, right? Where we have proof of things happening and we get to see what's transpiring. We get to understand that of which we cannot see. And it's a really cool time period to be able to do so. So, what were some of the key things that you learned during your training and things that you've learned from Wayne Dyer and all of that? What are some things that really, really stuck out for you the most?
Yeah. So there's so much, and there's actually universal laws that if you apply to your life, for instance, everything is vibrating. So if you look down to the subatomic particle perspective of reality, it all has a vibration. And based on that vibration, you attract. Everything's energy. Like Albert Einstein and Nikola Tesla, they all talked about energy, vibration, and frequency. Well, if you actually understand it, see, most people understand the law of attraction, but that's not the primary law of the universe. The law of attraction says you have to be specific. You have to clarify what it is you would want, okay? Paint it like a picture on the inside of your mind. But what they leave out is the primary law, and that is the law of vibration. You don't attract what you want, you attract who you are. So we're like little tuning forks going through the universe. And based on your energy, you have good vibes, you have low vibes. Well, those low vibrations of anger, jealousy, apathy, grief, they're heavy. So when you feel low, you're actually more dense, you're heavier. And what do you attract when you're in that low vibration state? Probably more lack, limitation, and scarcity. But if you understand, you can come above that state. There's a neutrality point at 200. Dr. David Hawkins mapped out the levels of consciousness on a logarithmic scale. So your low vibes are dense, they're heavy. Good vibes, they're lighter. You feel freer, you feel happier. This, if you just apply this to your life, how you show up with your relationship, how you show up with your children, how you show up with your career. If you show up in a low vibration state, you're going to attract more of that. If you show up with high vibration, love, gratitude, compassion, you attract what you are. And so I think that is the key, is to notice what your feeling tone, what your state of being is at any given moment.
So, Carrie, in your book, Behind the Screen, which is excellent, and everyone should buy yourself a copy of it and leave her a review. Every author wants a review, so please do so. But Carrie, you describe in detail some beautiful steps that people can take to get to certain places. So it's not just a story form book, but you do have that personal journey that's within, but you also are really guiding people to improve themselves step by step by step. It's a beautiful book, beautiful process that you have. But here on the show, do you mind sharing with us what are some of the ways that you know that can quickly tune that fork?
Yes. The first tool is to notice what you're noticing. Okay. This is our awareness. So if I'm noticing that my thoughts or my feelings are not in alignment with the life that I would absolutely love, we pause. And in that pause, you're going to take a few deep breaths, because breathing actually helps calibrate your central nervous system. So you're in more balance, and it allows you to think clearly. So if I notice that I'm out of alignment, I'm thinking negative thoughts about myself, I'm thinking negative thoughts about others, I'm going to pause, and I'm going to replace that thought with a thought that is more aligned with my vision or dream. So, it's really installing a new set point for your way of thinking, because we think over 60,000 thoughts on a daily basis. Typically, 80% of those thoughts are negative. And what's crazy, 95% of those thoughts are from the past. So in essence, we're recreating our realities over and over again just through our thinking patterns. And this is the key, is to notice my thoughts and notice my feelings, because at the end of the day, they're going to cause your actions and your results. So if we want to change our results, we got to go back and look at our thought process. So the first tool is to notice what I'm noticing, gain awareness in the present moment of my feeling tone. And if I notice that I'm low, or if I'm in a negative space, I need to pause. I need to recalibrate my central nervous system through the breath, and then replace your thoughts with a new empowered thought. because our subconscious mind doesn't know the difference between what's real and what is not real. So if I'm telling myself I am successful, I am loved, I am attracting new clients, I am whatever it is you say you are, you can train your brain to believe that. And the more you believe that, you're just attracting more through your little tuning fork.
Oh, well, I love that. And so I have so many things to share alongside that. And so when you say I am, it's just, that's creating the person that you want. And then there's that mirror reflection. And something that I love about the description or the art on your book, the picture of you and the broken glass, but it's mirror, right? It's we are what reflecting our thoughts and our belief system. Let's go a little bit deeper because those thoughts become beliefs.
Yes.
It becomes identity. And so let's go a little bit back too, because you mentioned that I lost my train of thought. But I just love how you guided us through that, because it does share all of the things, all of the many thoughts that we have every single day. So you talked a little bit about the percentages, and I think that that is key to be aware of. And because so many thoughts we have coming in every day are not positive, but they're negative, I believe that having that awareness is truly key. If we don't realize that we need to check ourselves and check our thoughts pretty consistently throughout the day because of that, then there's no way to make any progress and improvement. So it's a continuous thing, and it's very, very often. And once we start doing it more and more often, then we start to see some change.
Yeah, and the other key is to, most people, humans are wired to stay in their comfort zone, right? And so you don't grow unless you step outside of your comfort zone. However, there's fear, people are afraid. There's fear, doubt, and worry that hold most people back from achieving their dreams, whether it's a career or your dream life. But what the most successful people understand is that fear and failure are prerequisites for success. Any successful person has experienced some sort of failure. But you see, Thomas Edison was a very smart man when he tried 10,000 times to illuminate a light bulb. And his advice was so spectacular because Thomas Edison said, failure is simply feedback. He said, I didn't fail 10,000 times. I had 10,000 pieces of feedback that showed me or taught me that the way I was looking or trying to approach the situation was not right. And so I don't believe there is failure. It is simply feedback. It's telling us that, okay, you're trying, keep trying. We all were walkers. We all started out as babies on fours. Right? And we weren't able to walk, but we tried and we fell down again. And we tried and we fell down. But guess what? April, we never gave up and said, I'm just not meant to be a walker. You see, something happens when we become adults. We become conditioned. And that condition is our belief system. It becomes our paradigms, our thought processes. And so we don't give ourselves the credit or the ability to try in order to receive that feedback so that we can dial in and really get to what it is we would love. So understanding that fear, doubt, and worry, they're going to be there. What you have to do is you have to befriend your fear. Say, okay, fear, I see you today, but you know what? I'm not going to follow you. I'm not going to give you my power. Instead, I'm going to take the fear and I'm going to say, okay, I acknowledge you and I'm going to put you behind my back and I'm going to take a step with faith. Okay. And then each baby step with that faith, because there's a higher power. And when you just embrace and understand that higher power, take that faith, take that action step in the absence of knowing what's going to happen, but you're taking it with faith, you just never know what will happen for you. And it's usually miraculous, but that's the science behind the spirituality.
Yeah. And it certainly does become the things of what we call or would perceive as miracles. Like you said, it's miraculous. And so I love that explanation of what it's like when we're babies and learning how to walk. We don't just give up. We keep moving forward, and we lose sight of that as we get older. So it's getting back and having grace with yourself. And I love the faith piece that you're bringing in. So we're going to move into our commercial. When we get back, we're going to talk more about that. So stay tuned. Are you ready to take control of your ride to wellness? Rev up with Driven Living. Visit www.drivenliving.com and buckle up for a journey. Get exclusive access to our Wellness Driven Life Show guest portal, where you can dive deep into the minds of our esteemed guests. Sign up for our newsletter and get insider scoops on these distinguished personalities. It's like having a backstage pass to their life-changing wisdom. But that's not all. You'll also receive a free hug. You heard me right, a free hug. An enlightening ebook from the Driven Living team. Discover the science-backed benefits of hugging yourself. It's a fill-up for your wellness tank. Because at Driven Living, we believe in fueling your journey to wellness, both physically and psychologically. So what are you waiting for? Visit www.drivenliving.com today. Welcome back, everyone. Here with Carrie Schmidt, and we're having an insightful conversation about spirit, soul, bringing the soul back into solutions. So bringing forth a conversation again, I want to discuss, you mentioned to take a pause, and that's one of the greatest things that we can do when we're meeting that monkey brain mind that we have consistently throughout the day. And I find that so insightful because it's, we even have that in our SIP program. It's SIP Life Slowly, spiritual, intellectual, and physical. But the SIP Life Slowly is that piece, that pause and that reflection. We are so going fast paced day in and day out that is one of the greatest ways to heal ourselves, is through that restorative, regenerative time piece where meditation is important or great sleep is important, and just slowing down that heart rate throughout the day. So I want to bring that spiritual aspect back into the conversation. Carrie, what was some of the key things that you experienced where spirit, soul, faith really came into play for you?
I think, it's our willingness to listen. We all have a connection to the infinite, to God, to the universe, whatever you want to believe in. There is a higher power. And it's our ability to connect with that higher power and really listen, because we have intuition, we have insights, we have a little gut punch, we have, these things that happen in life. It's like a whisper, that still small voice. It's whispering to you. It's saying to you, there's got to be more, or it's, your passion. Maybe you're a singer, and when you sing, you just feel so free. So I like to say to my clients, what really makes your soul sing? What brings you so much joy, peace, love, excitement? Like, tune into that and then allow your intuition to lead you, to guide you. That is the higher power that we're connected to. We all have access to this power. It's our ability and our willingness to listen to it and listen to its inspired insight. It might be a yearning, and you might fight that yearning because it doesn't make sense right now. Or, all of the becauses. I can't because I don't have the education, I don't have the money, I don't have the support, I don't have this or that. You have everything you need. If you feel a calling for more, I believe that is the universe, that is our higher power saying, Carrie, we need you. We need you out here leading the revolution. We need you to help people come alive with the power they hold. All of that, I believe, is the spirituality that we all have access to if we just lean into it and listen to it.
Carrie, I think that you and I both have a very similar passion and drive, and that is to evolve humanity.
Yeah.
And I don't know about you, but I feel that one of the greatest ways we can do that, yes, of course, it's stepping into your passion, doing the things that enliven you the most, is certainly without a doubt going to help you evolve, in which in turn, shares that with others. And when we consider ourselves to be energetic beings and the frequency involved in that, it pushes it out to everything around us. And thus we're evolving ourselves and others. But I think we live again in such a great time in history where a lot of things have happened with that global pandemic. You yourself stepped out of the corporate position. You stepped into entrepreneurism. You released your incredible book and your story. You shared those pieces of yourselves that you could inspire others with. And so, I have this little piece of me that thinks that the more of us that step into maybe that more of that entrepreneur journey, it is showing that piece of us that is we're excited about, where we want to give to the world.
Yeah, so when you step into this unknown, it's scary, and most people don't do it. My biggest fear was health insurance. When I left corporate America, it's like, how am I going to afford health insurance? I have my son on my plan. For any of you out there who are considering getting into entrepreneurship or considering following your passion, please hear me when I say this, that you can do it. I am living my dream right now. In 2019, I created a vision of the life that I would love. And my vision was I'm speaking on stages. I'm able to work from home in the comfort of my home so I can be here for my family, but at the same time, reach, teach, and transform millions of lives. I am engaged to my soulmate and am going to be planning a wedding, which was always a dream of mine. I'm living in my dream. Everything that I set forth in my vision has become a reality. Now, did I have fear? Did I have doubt and worry along the way? 100,000,000% yes. Was it easy? No. Entrepreneurship is not easy. You have to really work. But I would rather do what I love doing, because to me, it doesn't feel like work. In fact, I had my one-on-one coaching before this podcast, and I'm like beaming with joy and enlightenment because it doesn't feel like work to me when I'm helping people see past their roadblocks and limitations. So just know that you can do it. In fact, I would ask you to say this: I can, I will, I am. This is my mantra. I can become a best-selling author. I will become a best-selling author. Hi, I'm Carrie Schmidt, and I am a best-selling author. So, whatever your fill in the blank is, I want you to start to use that mantra. I can, I will, I am. I can is the belief. I will is the willpower to take the action to do what you need to do. And I am is you are a spiritual, energetic being having a human experience, and you can create the life of your dreams. You can tune into this power and this passion. So if you recite that every single day, before you know it, you will be saying, I am, and that blank will be yours.
Ah, that's beautiful. And wouldn't you say that you feel more connected to spirit, living this passion of yours?
Absolutely. I don't believe that you have to go to church to tune into a higher power, whatever you believe in. You can access spirit at any point in time because you are spirit. I am that I am is a Bible verse that God said. I am that I am. That's why I am are the two most powerful words. And really, it's just coming to a quiet place, and it is avoiding the distractions and controlling the monkey mind, like you said. I think meditation is a form of prayer. It's a form of your ability to access the infinite and this higher power. So it's really taking the time, and we're all so busy in this chaotic life that we live in that we don't necessarily take the time that's needed to kind of tune in, get quiet, and listen. So I would invite everyone to maybe block their calendar for 10 minutes this week and just say, I'm going to do a 10-minute, just get quiet and tune in.
I just had another conversation recently about how we need to schedule time for ourselves.
We do.
Literally scheduling, blocking out time for ourselves, because that's how we run. That's how we operate, is based on schedules, primarily the majority of us.
Mhm.
And so, in order to remember, if you're not doing it consistently and it's not already something that you're familiar with and it's already in that routine.
Yeah.
And so, very powerfully said. Carrie,
Thank
what are some of the things that you do on a daily basis to help maintain your overall well-being?
I like to exercise, so I plan at least 4 times a week to get some exercise in, whether that's taking my dog for a walk. I love to get out into nature. If I go for a 30-minute walk, I come back and I'm like re-energized. So that's something I do. I choose to eat healthy. I try to eat a lot of fruits and vegetables because this is fuel for your body. I really try to spend quality time with my family and direct my attention and energy to the things that matter most to me. So, growing my business and, helping clients, helping people really create and live their lives. I also try to, do some meditation, do some prayers throughout the week. You can't fill from an empty cup. So if you notice your energy going low, or if you feel just empty, if you feel stuck, that is time that you need for yourself. So I understand the importance of self-care. I never used to do it because I was a single mom and I was always working. But now, as a 42-year-old woman, entrepreneur, mom, keeper of the house, I understand I need time for myself. And sometimes that might be just go take a walk, or, do something that really makes you come alive. It's different for everyone else, for everybody.
Yeah. Well, I'm so familiar with that as a parent, as a single mom, and just that consistent work day in grunt. It's difficult to put yourself first when you're consistently serving others. And yet, it is essential. It's vital for us
Yeah.
to be able to continue doing. Otherwise, after so many years and years and years and years of that, you hit bottom.
Yeah.
And it's that burnout that is so commonly phrased, right? And
Mhm.
so, thank you so much for sharing that, because we share a lot of those tips and tricks for others on how do you get out of that grind. And I think it was well said, where it's a little different for everything, but what just re-energizes you. So again, going back to that energetic beings, it's
Mhm.
like your cell phone, and you place your cell phone down on a charger every night in
Yeah.
order to recharge. And so we're similar to that. How are you recharging your battery? So, Carrie, it's been amazing to have you on the Wellness Driven Life Show.
Thank you.
What are you most passionate about doing right now?
So, I am doing several workshops where I reveal 3 keys to creating a life that you would love. And I am passionate about coaching. So, I have group coaching clients. We go through a 12-week program. And so I just continue cycling clients through that 12-week program. And then they have the ability to get into a VIP program with me. But I get to see people's lives transform, and it is incredible. So, for instance, I had a client who was a teacher and wanted to be a full-time basketball coach. And he just couldn't see leaving the teaching part and being full-time in basketball. And after the 12-week program and learning the tools and strategies, I now watch him running clinics full-time and coaching hundreds of students through his basketball program, which is amazing. I just see so much transformation from people, and that's really where I'm focusing my time and attention, is helping those people really transform their lives, gain the confidence to take the action and direct their action steps. So if you're interested in learning more, if you want to work with me, there's my website. You go to my website and you can book a complimentary strategy session so you can learn more about this program that delivers incredible results. So thank you, April, so much for having me on. It's always a pleasure to talk with you, and I love the path that you're going and your purpose behind the show. So thank you.
Oh, it's an absolute pleasure. And I'll share that with the audience again, because I truly do appreciate your book and all of the way that you guide people for self-transformation. It really is it's very good. It's very
Thank
good.
you.
And I've seen quite a few. So I would have displayed on the screen for those of you watching. You can see it here on the screen. And for those of you listening in, www.carrie-schmidt.com, easy peasy. And it's in the description below, along with that free consultation link. And so be sure to check her out. If you've watched this far, you're definitely intrigued. And so there's the information. Again, Carrie, it has been lovely to have you on the Wellness Driven Life Show.
Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure.
Absolutely. And thank you so much to our audience for tuning in, because without you, the show wouldn't be possible. So goodbye for now, and we will see you next time.